What is good, YouTube? It is your boy D Murray. This is D Murray Reacts. We react to some of your favorite Reddit posts, videos, and news. We are at it again with another video for you guys. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe. We post videos 2 times a week. You gotta hit the notification bell. I know some of y'all been hitting the subscribe, but you're not hitting the notification button right next to it. It's right next to it. So go ahead and hit that. When you hit that, you know as soon as the video drops, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. Today we have an Am I the Asshole from a whole bunch of letters that are just jumbled together. So I don't know who this person is. It's probably a throwaway account. There's a lot of throwaway accounts already. But they're asking, am I the asshole for confronting my wife for buying my birthday gift with my money? Y'all married. I don't even, with your money? Look, there are some people that are married that I guess they separate the money. So like they have like their own accounts and stuff. Like, so they get paid and then their check goes into their account. That's their account specifically. And then they pay their part of the bills with it, right? So you pay your mortgage. I pay my part of the mortgage. I pay my part of the electric bill or whatever it is. That's both of y'all money. It's always kind of been weird to me, the people that have the split money like that. Because you do understand that, like, if this all goes south and you get a divorce, it ain't your money. It ain't her money. It's both of y'all money. So if you got 100,000 in your account and she got 5,000 in her account, congratulations, because you are getting ready to make a huge donation to her account. Like, that is getting ready to happen very, very quickly. So I'm not saying that this type of thing may not necessarily work for people, but it's always been kind of weird to me, the dynamic there, because I actually feel like that actually causes more problems than not, especially like because like it. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just always been weird to me. You know, it's always been weird to me. But let's see. You know, my wife and I have been married for 2 years. I recently noticed after reviewing bank statements that she's been buying my birthday gifts with my money for the past 2 years. So you have 2 different accounts, I guess, but you're reviewing the bank statement for her account as well. I don't know. Let's see. I'm already kind of lost. Didn't notice the first year since it was not super expensive. How you not notice that money is leaving the account? That's your account. We have a shared account to pay bills, but then we also have our individual credit debit cards for personal expenses. She's an authorized user on my credit card, but she'll only use it if I ask her to buy something for me, such as work clothes. She bought me a Rolex. That's crazy. All right. Bought me a Rolex watch this year for my birthday, and I felt bad since I didn't get her anything nearly as expensive for a birthday gift, and I told her she shouldn't have. I also wondered how she could afford it unless she's been saving. She said she wanted to do something nice for me, and she knew I would like it. One day I was attempting to buy a coffee before heading to work, and my card was declined. I guess maybe credit card declined? Is that the card that she has authorization on? I called the bank and they told me why they blocked the purchase. After reviewing the online statement, it does show the watch on my account, and that's not my usual spending habits. Normally they would like flag something like that. I am curious, what kind of money y'all got that a Rolex got bought and you didn't notice until you tried to buy a coffee? Like, how does that even happen? I don't even know how that happens. One time we went to Florida and I was trying to get gas and they flagged me for just being in another state. I hadn't even bought anything yet. I'm just trying to get gas. and our card got turned off. We hadn't even done nothing. So I don't even know how she could possibly buy a Rolex. And magically your bank just let that ride. And then now on top of that, you ain't even noticed until you in the Starbucks. And then now you can't pay for your coffee. So I talked to my wife about it, and she said, I thought I used the shared account. I must have pulled out the wrong card by accident. I'm sorry. I told her to return it because it's an unnecessary expense, and she told me just keep it. You can afford it. Apparently, you can because you didn't even notice that it was even purchased. You know you want one anyway. Please appreciate me wanting to do something nice for you. Am I the asshole? So I don't even understand. So she apparently thought that she used the account that you shared. So this is the account that apparently y'all pay bills with. So she used the bill paying account. Well, she thought that she used the bill paying account, which you use for bills, to buy you a Rolex with that account. So there's money in there. There's plenty of money in the shared account, which I guess she believed you would have been okay with because maybe you also used the shared account to pay bills. So you also maybe buy her a gift out of that account, right? But then somehow she used your actual bank account that's attached to a credit card somehow to buy you a Rolex. So essentially she bought you a Rolex, if you will, with your own money. But this is kind of crazy part, bruh. Even if she used the shared account, she still bought you a Rolex with your own money. Ain't that something? You want to know what else is crazy? Even if she used her own account to buy you a Rolex, she bought you a Rolex with your own money. Because as we already established, you both share that money. Y'all are just separating it for your own, what you believe to be benefit. This is not a legitimate thing. I haven't seen anything in here where it says y'all signed any type of prenup, documentation, whatever the case may be, that if this don't work out, right? Because you only been together for 2 years, but that if this don't work out, that somehow magically the money don't get split up a particular kind of way. The government has already decided how the money is going. So I can guarantee that in the agreement, in the end, y'all getting ready to split some money, right? You probably also own a house, I'm sure, but it seems like there's enough money in the shared account that you could buy a Rolex and not even know it. Also enough money in your account to buy a Rolex and not even know it. I can say this. I understand the don't buy me a Rolex because I deserve a Rolex, but yet I don't necessarily want to spend the money on a Rolex. When it comes to expensive gifts, I can understand if someone is like, I like my birthday because people buy me stuff on my birthday that I would never buy for myself, but I would never buy myself a Ferrari, so don't buy me a Ferrari. Don't buy me something that is that ridiculously expensive. Now, this is just a Rolex, but I can understand that aspect to it. I can understand where maybe it's like, look, I don't need a Rolex, right? And then to add insult to injury, I feel like I spent my own money on the Rolex. But really, if she's buying out of the shared account birthday gifts, and you're probably also buying birthday gifts out of the shared account, because it seems like that's what y'all do, that's what she thought she was doing, then y'all are buying your own gifts all the time anyway. When me and my wife buy ourselves gifts for a birthday, holiday, any holiday, doesn't matter, Christmas, when we buy these things for ourselves, we are fully aware that we are spending our own money on ourselves, essentially. It's a time for you to be able to maybe get something as a gift, if you will, that you may not purchase for yourself, or maybe you want, and essentially it just feels better that you didn't go into the store and actually spend the money and someone else did, so it's a different experience for you, right? If your wife gives you the 70-inch TV for your birthday and it's $800, it's hard for you to spend that $800 and walk away, but it's much easier for her to spend it for you and then put a bow on it, and then you get to unwrap it, and it makes you feel special because it's your birthday. But in the end, you know that you worked hard Monday through Friday, which contributed to a bank account, which purchased the TV for you. So I don't think that this guy is necessarily an asshole only based upon the dynamic, right, that he kind of has going with his wife. It's super odd, and I think that these type of situations, while there's a lot of arguments about finances within relationships, shared or not shared bank accounts, whatever, these muddy the water even more, when you have two separate accounts on either side, and then we have an account that we share. So it's kind of, you have your own money, I have my own money, and anything outside of bills doesn't mix. I know that maybe that works for people to a certain extent, but I need everyone to realize, ain't none of y'all signing no paperwork. You just playing with house money all the time. Like, this is the money is both of yours. All of it. I know you don't think it is. I know you think that's not what's happening, but in the end, that's actually what's happening. You're just separating it out of what you feel like is necessity for your relationship. But in the end, all of that money, for the most part, as far as any type of contribution is concerned, it's both of y'all money. And this is the other thing, is that they only been married for 2 years. I ain't heard about no kids. Wait until the kids pop up. You want to start having conversations about not shared money and shared money? Start throwing some kids into the equation. You see how that works for you. I'm not arguing that people shouldn't do this, only that the idea that this takes away the stress has always just been a little odd to me. That people can feel like separating the money like that somehow changes everything, when really you just end up with situations like this where y'all are buying each other birthday gifts out of shared accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're buying your own gift anyway, bruh. So I know that maybe she made a mistake, maybe she didn't. My biggest thing is don't tell her to take the Rolex back. You take the Rolex back. You bought the Rolex, bruh. You actually paid for the Rolex. So if you don't want the Rolex, you take it back. But I tell you this, if you got enough money in your account for a Rolex, I would argue you should probably be watching your account a little bit more, because you don't know what the hell is coming out of there. Apparently people are just buying things out of your account and you have no idea. That's how much money is in there, that it's all good. Or maybe not enough, because it seemed like she maxed the whole thing out with the Rolex. I would love to know how much this Rolex was. Rolex, I mean, it could be 5,000, it could be 10,000, 20,000. I mean, it all depends. So I think that that's crazy. So, like, once again, I'm not saying this dude is an asshole. I think that some of his being upset is warranted only based upon the fact of the dynamic that they've created and what they believe to be the way that things work in their household. So if you come to an agreement with your significant other and that agreement is not met in a situation like this, I can understand if you're being upset, but that doesn't necessarily mean divorce or anything like that. And when I say those types of things, and not to say that I think these people should, only that you gotta recognize what's going on here, right? Like, that's all of this is all your money. When you buy a house, it's both for your house. Like, all of those things happen that way. So this one was a pretty decent one. We want to thank you guys for checking us out once again. 2 times a week. You can always check us out. You got to hit the notification bell. That notification bell is going to let you know when we're dropping everything, and then you can go ahead and you can check it out. Like and subscribe. We appreciate that. The comments, hit those up. Let us know all about how we're doing. Let us know the things that you want to see. I am D Murray, and this is D Murray Reacts.